Wanderers, and welcome back to our channel. Today is Veda Day. Who knows? We don't know. We're pre-filming videos, so bear with us.
Oops.
Today we are doing 5 tips for dealing with anxiety. We have both struggled with anxiety for what feels like our entire lives. So we've compiled a list of 5 to keep it nice and short for you, of what we think will help you.
Based on for us.
Yeah, based on what works for us. So we will just make this intro short and jump right into the video.
So number 1, this one, when I first heard about it, I was like, whatever, I don't really think this is going to help. And then my therapist did this with me when I was having a bit of an episode, I guess. My anxiety was really taking over me because of what I was talking about. And basically it's called grounding. So you close your eyes and you start thinking of 5 things that you can hear around you and 5 things that you can feel with your body. And then you start, or you go to 4, and then 3, 2. And by the time you get to 1, you should be calm, you should be almost zen-like, you shouldn't be hot and worked up, you should just be very relaxed. And it really did work for me, because when I was talking to my therapist, everything around me got really fuzzy, I got really warm, and it felt like someone was taking their thumb and pushing on the roof of my mouth as if to tell me stop talking about this. And she did the grounding with me, and I was just so much more peaceful, and I could actually finish talking to her about what we were talking about.
So the next one is one that is more geared towards if you are out and you're finding your anxiety to be bad. I tend to have very bad social anxiety when I go into stores, or especially if I'm alone. So this next one was told to me by my sister, and she said to count your steps. Don't try not to stare at your feet, because then you'll get dizzy, but count your steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and as high as you possibly can go until you feel calm. Even when you feel like, okay, I'm kind of feeling better, keep counting. I do this all the time, and it just makes me less aware of like other people and more aware of myself.
So number 3 is what we're calling release of negativity. So a lot of people who struggle with anxiety have a lot of negative thoughts, and that is what is taking over.
This one is kind of, we could put it, is it called a metaphor? Yeah, as a metaphor of putting your negative thoughts into a balloon. So whether you're thinking like, for us as parents, you know, what kind of, is my daughter going to have a bright future, or what if this happens to her, or what if this happens, or for me especially it's in vehicles, what if we get in a car crash, what if this happens, what if I can't save her, blah 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 blah. So what you do is you put your thoughts in that balloon, and you, in your head, and you picture just letting go of the balloon and saying, those thoughts are not happening to me right now. They have no part in today, in this right very moment, so I'm going to let them go.
If it's something you're thinking about 10 years in the future, it does not affect you today.
Yeah.
So that kind of leads into number 4, which we are calling distraction. And it's a big one that works for me, because whenever, like when I was going for my G road test for my driver's license, I was like just sweating and shaking, and I was so nervous. And just putting on some music and just ignoring that thought and listening to the words of the song or the beat in the music, or picking up your favorite book and reading your favorite chapter, really does help you just alter that train of thought.
Number 5, we are calling taking time for yourself. This is so important. Sometimes we are such busy, especially as moms and wives, we are so busy that we have no time for ourselves. We have no time to just be alone with our brain and our thoughts and our feelings. So then when you do get that time to be alone, you might find this feeling of overwhelm. You're feeling like, oh my goodness, I never did this, and I never did this, and what if this? And sometimes you need to take that time, maybe go have a nice hot bath, light a candle, drink some tea, and really reflect on your thoughts. You really need to get deep in this one, and this is probably the most important one. I find that if I do this every night before bed, I reflect on my day, reflect on how I'm feeling. It helps me prepare for the next day with more of a successful mind.
And another thing, when you deal with or you suffer from anxiety, you really need to channel what settles you, what calms you down, what are the little things in life that just completely overjoy you. Those are the things you need to kind of take control of and focus on. And if a hot bath with an aromatherapy candle is like, that's your thing, that just instantly soothes you, you need to do that every night. That needs to be your time that you can look forward to and enjoy.
Because let's be real here, as mothers, we don't spend a lot of time on ourselves, mainly because there's not enough hours in the day and we don't get enough sleep as is. And sometimes we'll just choose to go to bed versus sitting and with our thoughts and thinking about that, because that does seem very challenging.
And sometimes you do, like, there's shutting out the anxiety, but sometimes you do need to take a couple minutes, like, why did that make me anxious? Why did I get worked up over that? That is important, maybe at the end of the week, to think about those things and try and figure it out. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. As we said, those are just 5 little tricks that work for us that we have kind of developed over the last several years for dealing with our anxiety. If you guys have any tips that work for you that we didn't mention, leave them below. Maybe we can give them a try next time we're feeling anxious. See you in our next video.
Bye.
Bye, guys.